And Malo, Southampton Beaches. Thank you. All understood. No traffic information.
Ahoy, shipmates! Oh, what a grey looking day out there it is today. Notice we have Shield Hall coming back into port. She's been out over on the Isle of Wight for the round the world race. And these are the finishers at the moment. First away this evening, got 5 departures this evening. First away is Aurora at 4:30. She's just called in and said she's ready to go, waiting for a container ship to pass by. That container ship is here. So we've got 5 ships, the Aurora. Then the MSC Virtuosa said she's ready to follow Aurora out. Then Independent of the Seas, Iona, and off the bottom of the screen, my Schiff 3. Oh, busy old day in the port of Southampton. As you can hear, it is raining. I'll turn the rain off. Yes, I had some great footage of the winner of the Isle of Wight, around the Isle of Wight race earlier. In fact, what I will do is I will show you, if I zoom out a bit on the map, what is the weather? Do you have a look? Oh, that's one advantage, I suppose. No wind as such. It's only 12 degrees, a little bit not nippy side. Humidity 94%, and currently precipitating at 20 millimetres an hour. 0.2 millimetres an hour. 20 feels like 20 millimetres if you ask me. Right, what was I going to do? I was going to show you the round the island race. So if we have a look here, here is the Isle of Wight, and as you can see, there is a lot of yachts. So they all started off here, and then they went round anti-clockwise, or round the Isle of Wight. I don't know if that one's in the race or not, but then this is the majority of the race are coming up to the finish line here, which the finish line's marked by white scene. There's white scene there. I think next year I might try and live broadcast the race. Maybe I'll try and sort something out for that. I've been trying to experiment with some outside broadcasting, and it's trickier than it looks, so I have to give the BBC some credit. But yeah, so there's still quite a lot of boats in here, and if you'll notice, there's a whole load of boats all going back to various different, back up the Itchen River or the Hamble River or back over to Portsmouth after competing in the race. But anyway, we're not here for yachts, we're here for cruise ships. And, well, there is a container ship down there. We could barely see STC5, that's how bad visibility is.
Continuity, thank you, received.
Yes, 1 nautical mile.
Inward bound, outward bound to the highway, St. Helens, east of the Nab.
Yeah, 1 nautical mile is not what I'd call good visibility. In fact, it's probably getting dangerously near to foghorn territory, which you'd probably all like if the foghorn started going, wouldn't you? I bet they'd be right up your streets. Go backwards and I will show you this morning the winner of the race this morning. Yeah, the winner was a boat called Zulu. And I think if I have to press a few buttons here, and I reckon I can do it. There we go. Hey, got technology. There we go. That's Zulu. And now she's one of these foiling race boats, and she was well ahead of everyone. This was something like, I think it was 12. I can't quite see the time. Something like 11 minutes, 12 past 11 or something. 5 past 11 in the morning. Very quick. And you'll see in a minute she comes racing towards the camera. round the island. The yacht race takes place every year. I've not actually competed in it myself. I should try and join along if anyone's got space on their yachts and they want the captain to come along and live stream it. And just let me know. I'll see what we can be arranged. Yeah, so this is Zulu. Zulu is a foiling yacht. She's not foiling at the moment, but once she gets going up to a bit more speed, a couple of wings will drop down from those two outer hulls, and then she'll lift out of the water, and the speed will accelerate massively. I suspect she's probably doing somewhere in the region of 30-40 knots around the south of the island. Yeah, so this was the first one to complete the race. I don't know what time she started, but I'm wondering if she started probably round about, was it 9 o'clock? Maybe someone know. She probably did it just over 2 hours, if that was the case. In a moment now, she heels quite hard to one side. The wind was not as high as forecast. It was round about the sort of 20 knots mark. They were forecasting 40 to 50 mile an hour winds and all sorts of bad weather. But I think the bad weather is arriving now. So it's only the last little leg of the race that's going to be really affecting some of the shipmates on board. Not exactly luxurious, these foiling yachts, as you can see. All of the crew are out on the trampolines on either side of the main hull, out in all the elements. I think it's at this point. Yes, look at that. At one point I thought to myself, oh, might be going over. She just turned into the wind, brought it right back down again.
Shield hold, Aurora.
Aurora, shield hold, go ahead.
Shield hold, Aurora. Afternoon, Chris. We're just about to let go now.
Afternoon, Ross. That's great. Thanks for the call. We're just going to slide over to the Reds and we'll try and stay out your way.
Many thanks.
Thanks. Have a safe run out.
I can't. Oh, there's Shield Hall just behind the tent there for Seaworks exhibition. But you can see there's still plenty of yachts sailing past the finish. The weather doesn't actually look so bad here now. I think it's worse in the port of Southampton, although it's clearing up slightly because I could just about make out that container ship now. Well, the shipmate Steve S says, does that cat have hydrofoil wings in the water? It does. They weren't in the water at that particular time, but yes, normally when the conditions are correct, it will have foiling wings lifting the whole thing out of the water. And like I said, when it does so, the speed increases massively. It'll go from somewhere in the region of 10 to 15 knots up to sort of 40 to 50 knots. Let's have a look. I've got plenty of shipmates in the chat, I see. Who have we got in the chat? Oh, there's shipmate Elizabeth Leeborn. Oh, there Deborah Speller. Oh, there Kelly Marshall. Oh, there Hades. Oh, Edward Coates. Oh, there Leslie R. Oh, she's just back from a lovely but cold week on Iona. Oh, thank you for spotting our flags last week. Yes, we did indeed, shipmate. They were excellent job there. Very impressed. Oh, it was cold, was it? I can't remember what the forecast. I didn't look at the forecast. But a bit cold. Well, it is the fjords, and hopefully you would have the appropriate clothing to wear. Well, there's shipmate CS28. Oh, there Mrs. AEO. I've covered the bases there. Well, the shipmate Geo Travels says, weather looks better next Saturday when I'm boarding MSC Virtuosa. Well, let's hope so. I don't think it could be much worse. Actually, I haven't even looked at the weather forecast for next week. I'm really focused on the weekends, if I'm honest. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, tomorrow, pretty decent. And then Monday, Tuesday, actually, yeah, no, you're right. It does get... Ooh, weekend, it's going to be somewhere in the low 20s, even 24 on Saturday. Fantastic. Oh. The weather is on the turn. The no rain forecast. Oh, that's good. I'm getting a bit fed up with this rain. Haven't been able to take the Iron Horse out. I'm a fair weather rider. No rain or darkness for me. The shipmate Michael White. Wow. Says he won the Round the Island race in our class in 1986. Fantastic, shipmate. Do you remember what your winning time was? And was it a good weather day or was it terrible? Because often the weather at this time of year is reasonable, and then just when the Isle of Wight Round the race goes ahead, it's a terrible weather day. It's almost like someone knows. Shipmate Christine Bakersfield says, looks like the awful weather we have had in Devon is moving east towards Southampton. Yes, it is. I looked at the Met Office satellite map, and it was essentially the weather was just going straight along the English Channel. I think there was a massive storm that was in the Channel, so we've missed that. So, like I say, originally a couple of days ago they were forecasting 40, 50 mile an hour winds for the race, but luckily I think the storm has gone slightly to the south of the island. Well, shipmates John Dearlove says, "Hi there, Captain. Shipmates watching to see our friends on Independence of the Seas go." Well, hopefully we can see something, because at the moment at this end of port, visibility has dropped again. Visibility 1.5 nautical miles. I'm not entirely sure. I'm convinced. There's a bit of a view on ferry cam. What can we see on port cam? Ooh, not so good. Cruise cam, not brilliant either. Oh well. I'll just have to make do, won't we? No, I'll go back to Cow's Cam. First away this evening is Aurora. She has already radioed in and said she was just waiting for the container ship to go past.
Let us pray, yes, thank you. Received. Traffic for you will be with Star, Rich Boy, main channel to the east. And Aurora, departing now from 106, will be followed by MSC Virtuosa from 102. And by Iona from 46 at 70.
There we go. There's Aurora. She has indeed slipped away slightly. There's Shield Hall. I was hoping to get some honking and hooting from her, but not today. And the yachts are coming thick and fast.
Iona.
Now we've got Iona on the radio. There's Iona.
Iona,
Yeah, BTS, Iona, afternoon. Well, 46 for departure. Draft is 8.7 out to the east, main channel for Stavanger. And latest, looking good for 1700.
Iona, Southampton, yes, thank you, all received. Traffic for you, Aurora is on the way from 106, and followed by MSC Virtuosa from 102. And no traffic in Woodpark.
Okay, yeah, all copied. And, Virtuosa called in.
Virtuosa called in, ready to go, following Aurora out.
Okay, all copy, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, busy evening here at the Port of Southampton. Oh, look at that. Some more of a traditional looking sailboat there with the red sails. Well, there's shipmate Sheila Muspratt. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Somewhere there is an Aurora. Very faintly hear a horn there. I think the trouble is the wind is from the north. Oh, it should be helping us. I expect the wind's helping. A little bit of hornage there, possibly Shield Hall. Shield Hall likes to make lots of noises at the big cruise ships, and they always honk bat. Well, the shipmate Jean Hall says, "Ahoy, Captain, have a friend on her first cruise on Aurora this afternoon." Ooh, well, I hope she has a good time. Not not the best of weathers for a departure.
Yes, Red 7 shortly away from Town Quay.
Red 7, we just thank you all received. Traffic outward bound is with star, course short, light float, main channel to the east.
Well, the shipmate Warren Spooner says he's loving the video. We're on Ventura next Saturday, off to Portugal, Spain, Canaries. Will you be live? I'll be having a Uni Jack. Yes, live next Saturday, shipmate. I think it's another 5-ship Saturday, if memory serves me correctly. All 5 ships at this time of year. Yep, we'll look out for your Union Jack. That's one of the best ways to make yourself visible. If you just wave from a balcony, it's difficult for me to see. Ooh, it looks like the weather's coming in again. Well, the shipmate Jeff Smith says, have I missed your entrance? No, funny enough, I was working on it the other day. My voice is much improved now, so I'm getting back into making a few more videos because I just couldn't do the voiceovers. It was just hard work. What you probably don't realise is when I'm doing these broadcasts is I keep muting the microphone and having a bit of a cough and then going back to it. So and it's just very difficult when I'm trying to make a video. But yes, thank you for reminding me there, shipmate Jeff. I will get on with that. I have quite a backlog. I also went on the Emerald Princess last week, making a little video of that as well. Well, the shipmate Deborah Speller says, her son is travelling to Southampton Monday to set up a stall at the nearby show. Oh, fantastic, shipmate. Which stall is it? I'll have to pop by. I will be visiting the Seaworks show, which the Seaworks is this one here in this big building here. It's a bit like the commercial boat show. Oh, the weather's getting worse, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, my word.
Out to the east. Aurora underway.
It's really raining now. I can really hear it on the outside microphone. Oh, blimey. Oh, it's even having difficulty seeing Iona. Like there's some water overflowing some guttering somewhere by the looks of it. Yep, that's some bad weather there. But look at that, in Cowes, jolly nice. Well, the shipmate Alan says he'll have a Saltaire on board because he's Scottish. Oh, gosh, that yellow hull one's really healing over, isn't he? Maybe a slight tactical error on the rudder there, perhaps. Bit of a premature celebration. Took both hands off the wheel. A little early. Or he's just dunking the crew in the water. Maybe that could be an alternative, of course. Well, the shipmate Karen Matthews says, how many on Iona today? Don't know, shipmate. Haven't had any numbers from any ships yet. Although they have said they will give us some numbers. Not entirely sure how reliable that is. Shipmate Victoria Ruggiero is saying that Queen Anne is just letting her ropes go in Cherbourg and is departing for Southampton. Very windy. Yes, I think the storm has gone a little bit further south. Look at that. You could barely... looks like even the pigeons and seagulls have given up flying. They're just sitting on the roof of the tent. Oh, shipmate Deborah Speller says, her son is Viper for Performance Limited. All right, I shall see if I can find them when I'm there.
So you're going to go west of the knob and then to the east, correct?
I'll see if I can do a bit of name dropping.
Yeah, thank you. That's fine. All received. No reported traffic inward bound.
Well, that much better weather over in Cowes. I think even on Netley, it's not so bad out Netley. Itchen's awful.
Malo, Southampton Virtuosa,
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah, that was a little shower that just came over there. The weather forecast, I think, is going to be heavy rain for the next couple of hours. I'm looking at it. Yes, rain for the next couple of hours, basically, all the way through the broadcast. Well, there's shipmate D. Mason. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. We are looking at Aurora, and she is off. She's off somewhere. Let's see if I can find some information. Oh.
Thank you.
Something just needs rebooting.
BTS, Eston.
Aston Villa.
So that's finished on the Aurora, following it down, back off to 37, thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. Now it's working. Marvellous. Kitchen address and some pricings on Aurora. So Aurora today, where is Aurora off to? She's off on an 18-day round trip Western Mediterranean discovery. Looks like a jolly good itinerary. I'll go for the itinerary in a second, but in case you're interested in some pricing on Aurora, here's an example. 7 nights on Aurora. This is for August this year. And I believe Aurora is an adults-only ship, so you're in no danger of children's clogging up the buffet. Inside cabin starting at $999. Balconies from 1649. Quite a big difference in balcony price there. I think the Aurora, being an older ship, doesn't have as many balconies as much the newer ships.
Station calling the
How about a Christmas Scandinavian escape? Southampton, day at sea, Copenhagen, Oslo, overnights as well. I do like an overnight. Christmas day at sea. I don't know how Santa's going to find you if you're at sea. Maybe Santa's got AIS, vessel finder. He'll track you down. And then calling it Rotterdam on the way back. $12.49 for inside, and $18.79 for a balcony. That's for 10 nights. That's from the 19th of December this year. Fancy getting away from it all here? Could be some options for you. Oh, it looks like our little rain cloud has passed by. Well, the shipmate, Bird of Time. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Don't think we're going to get too many waivers today on the top deck.
BTS, MSC Virtuosa underway.
And then the MSC Virtuosa underway. It's going to be a busy morning up
Virtuosa
top.
underway, thank you.
Well, the shipmate, Fortnite Gamer. Welcome aboard, shipmates. So, where is Aurora off? I can hear you asking. We're off on an 18-day round trip Western Mediterranean discovery, calling it Cadiz in Spain, Montreal in Spain, Tarragona in Spain, then heading over to Italy. With the shipmate Nigel Pollard. Welcome aboard, shipmates. Calling in at Santa Margherita for the Italian Riviera, Ceviche, Rome, Sorrento, Sardinia, and then Lisbon in Portugal, back home to the wonderful port of Southampton. Pretty good itinerary, that, I feel. It's not often you get so many Italian stops. That is unusual. Beautiful bit of coastline going down there as well. Right, I seem to have... There we go. I'd forgotten which button to press. Captain's always very forgetful these days. Well, speaking of which, in case you're wondering, shipmate, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting to you live direct from the port of Southampton on this rather wet day here.
BTS Aurora approaching Pierhead outbound.
Aurora Virtuosa, good afternoon. Receiver, thank you.
Many thanks, Ray.
Well, the water is calm and flat, though. Oh, but look at the flag on the front of Aurora. See, there's absolutely no wind whatsoever. That's one advantage of heavy rain. It does tend to arrive with no wind, but it is hampering our visibility somewhat.
BTS Aurora.
Oh, you got figures.
Aurora, go ahead, sir.
I've got passenger numbers if you're ready, Ray.
Marvellous.
Yes, please, sir.
Passengers 1812 and crew 803.
1812, Pax, crew 803. Thank you, sir.
Many thanks.
Okay, we've got some numbers for Aurora. Aurora, I believe that she's the oldest in the P&O fleet, 25 years old, built in 2000. Now, she has maximum passenger double occupancy for 1874, and she just called in with 1812. So it's going to be a pretty full ship, and often sails with a crew of 860, and there were 803 crew on board. So, yeah, it's a pretty full ship. I've noticed lately, when the ships have been leaving, that they've all been pretty full, apart from Fred Olsen Balmoral the other day, who departed with 8 passengers on board. 8 very lucky passengers, and I think there was something like 540 crew. There's the tug that said that we're just going to follow Aurora down. I suppose the tugs are so used to driving close to the ships in front that they just drive close to them, they tailgate them or stern gate them. Well, the shipmate D. Mason says her son is on his first cruise today, leaving on Iona. Well, I hope he has a good time. He'll be off to the fjords. I'm having a quick look at the map to see if MSC Virtuosa is... Oh, yep, she's moving as well. What am I going to do then? I'm going to move the camera to the other... I'm going to move this camera to the other direction. Oh, no, actually, I'll get... It's quite hard work when you've got multiple ships leaving at the same time.
6 VTS, that received, sir. Your colleague, Red Falcon, just cleared SO and Red 7 approaching SO. 1 out. From this empty Aurora, your head, MSC Virtuosa, underway from 102, and she'll be followed by Iona from 46.
I think the rain is easing off just a little. Yeah, it's looking... Yeah, it's starting to just look a little bit brighter, isn't it? You've got the bow of Aurora in front of us. Like I say, she's 25 years old. 76,000 gross tons. So one of the smallest ships. I think probably the smallest ship leaving today. I'd have to check against mine Schiff 3, but I think mine Schiff 3 is slightly larger. And she last... Oh, looks like she's potentially got a refurbishment coming up, or she just had one. I'm not sure. Christened by Her Royal Highness Princess Anne. Princess Royal, no less. Oh, no, it is clearing up. I'm just looking down at Netley. Yes, look, it's getting brighter. Oh, yeah, it is. Look, we can see things. Oh, hallelujah. What's it like over in Cowes? Plenty of racing yachts going past the finish line. Yep, still busy at that. Well, the shipmate Emma Robinson says our friends are on their first cruise today. They are going to wave to the webcam, but a bit wet. Yes, I can't say I blame them. I'm not sure what ship they're on, but just a minute ago it's absolutely torrential. I do like the stern of Aurora. Look how calm the water is. Actually getting some good reflections. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Oh, is there one brave person up there? Oh, there is one brave person waving. Oh, let's have a look. I'm sure there's one brave person waving. I just see all their dark arms silhouetted against the white of the ship. He's the only person up on top deck. If that's you, shipmate, we see you, and good effort. Let's see if I can get the camera to work properly. This is a new camera I've got here, and it's I wouldn't say problematic. It's like all these things, isn't it? You've got to get used to them. This one's having a few problems, I think. It doesn't seem to move smoothly. There we go. There's our shipmate up there. Looks like he's got a hat on. Oh, and an anorak. I think he's probably well dressed. Well suited for the occasion. Oh my word, I've just zoomed the camera back, and what's on over there on the other side? Another cruise ship. Who would have guessed it, eh? Right, what have we got here? We have the MSC Virtuosa. No. Yeah, here we go. I'll give you some example pricing on the MSC. Oh, look, you can actually see some colour in the sky over there. Oh, what a weird weather day. I wonder if we're going to get Aurora and P&O Iona have a little honk at each other, both being P&O ships. It would appear not. Oh, nice little image, that. It's some example prices on the MSC Field. The MSC Virtuosa. The MSC Virtuosa, in fact, is off to the She's off on a 7-day round trip Northern Europe. She's off to Brest in France, Lisbon in Portugal, Vigo in Spain, Cherbourg in France, and then back to the port of Southampton. I'm not sure the weather's going to be much better down that way, but never mind. If you're on board the ship, weather doesn't really matter too much. Haven't had any passenger numbers yet. Here's some sample pricing on MSC Virtuosa. This is for June. So a couple of weeks' time, 7 nights. Oh, isn't it again another interesting itinerary? Calling in at Lerwick in the Shetland Islands, Ålesund in Norway, Flam in Norway, Zeebrugge in Belgium, then back to Southampton. I do like these ships popping into the Shetland Islands. I wonder if they give them much business, much trade. I think if I got off in the Shetland Islands, I'd have to go and have a rum cocktail somewhere, or a rum drink somewhere on the islands. Maybe I could buy a bottle of rum. Do they make rum on Shetland Isles? I have to look into that. Anyway, this one is a couple of weeks' time. It's £1,188 per person for a balcony, including premium extra drinks and gratuities. So if you live close to the port of Southampton, that's all in. Definitely looking brighter down that way. This is on Port Cam, looking south. I think the clouds have abated for a little while, giving us opportunity to see the ships, and potentially anybody who wants to go on deck for a spot of waving. Now would be your opportunity. Perhaps you'd prefer the Mediterranean, seeing all this wind and wet weather. Or wet weather, I should say. This is for September. 14 nights from $11.99 for an inside. And that's departing Port of Southampton, calling it La Coruna, Cadiz, Malaga, Alicante in Spain. Ooh. Ooh, just heard a big rumble of thunder. Ooh. Then Valencia, Lisbon, back to the wonderful Port of Southampton. That's from $11.99. 14 nights on board in September.
BTS, Richard 6, approaching Northwest Elliot,
Station bulling BTS.
BTS, Richard 6, approaching Northwest Elliot, docket tide gauge ready, please.
You can see how
Red 6, Legis docket 2.53253.
you can see how smooth and calm the water is at the moment, because there's no wind out there. Still waiting for passenger and crew numbers on MSC Virtuosa. Much bigger ship than the Aurora, who's just passed by. MSC Virtuosa, built in 2021, 4 years old. She's 181,000 gross tons, so very similar in size to P&O's Iona and Avia. Passenger capacity anywhere from around about 4,800 passengers to 6,300. I'm suspecting there'll be like sort of 5,400, somewhere in that sort of mark would be my guess. She also has a couple of sister ships.
BTS, MSC Virtuosa, go ahead.
The MSC Grandiosa.
MSC Virtuosa received, thank you. Just be aware, we received a visibility report from the Red Jet 6 somewhere in the hook. Less than 2 cables there.
Roger, you ready for some figures?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes, please, sir.
5215 passengers, 1674 crew.
There we go. So I was a
5215 packs, 567 crew.
Crew.
1674 crew. Thank you.
Yep, so I was a little bit out on my estimation. I think I said about 5,400. So, yep, it's a pretty full ship again, and a full complement of crew, more or less. It sounds like Red Jet is disabled. Where is Red Jet 6? Down by the hook buoy. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No.
BTS Aurora approaching Western Shelf outbound.
Aurora, receive, thank you, sir. Just confirm it, and I could copy Regit 6 report visibility at the hook, less than 2 cables.
BTS Aurora, many thanks, Ray.
Oh, visibility at the hook. Oh, bad visibility. Yeah. Okay. It is. So that's that. Oh, yes, look, that weather's coming in that we've just had. Keeping people reminded of what's going on. Right, I'm running out of hands again at the moment. Oh, I can see a few people on top of MSC Virtuosa. Are they waving? Oh, yes, they are. There are some wavers. Well done, shipmates. Dedication is superb. You can see the MSC Virtuosa has a whole lot of entertainments on the top deck there for people of all people of all ages. Looks like we've got a young shipmate there, busy waving away. And it's getting brighter in this end of port. Fantastic. I wonder what we got on Itching Cap. There you go. Oh, yes, look at Aurora. She's looking very bright and shiny, isn't she? It looks black and white apart from that green and blue ship over there, which has got a very peculiar name, which I can never remember. And then Aurora. Yeah, there's a few shipmates out and about. I think the rain has stopped. Next away is the Iona, so let's see what we can do. I haven't even looked at that camera for a while. Oh, dear, blimey. Well, now you're looking at blank sky. I realised my error of my ways there. Right, sorry, I was looking at a different screen. Yep, they're still coming in over at Cows. Red Jet 6 there, having a little spin around the back. Box cam's looking at the grey sky. Over at Netley, oh yeah, it's looking a bit brighter. And, oh, looks like lines are coming in on Iona. Oh, yep, she said she was going to go out after MSC Virtuosa, and this is true. This would be the case. Right, now let's see if I can coordinate myself again. Let's try that. So, Iona, she's off to the fields during the summer month. She specialises in the fields. And here's an example of a cruise coming up in July.
BTS, the Iona.
Iona, BTS, good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening. We're singled up here on 46. Once the weather is clear, we'll be underway, backing out from the ocean dock.
Iona, BTS, yes, please, sir. Yes, you're clear to proceed once it's clear.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. So that's the MSC Virtuosa. And as you can see, she's singled up. So you've got a couple of lines down there. That's just enough to keep the ship there. There's no wind, so she's not going to float off anywhere. And then as soon as the MSC Virtuosa passes by, and there she's there, she's passing by, she'll take in those last lines and be off.
Right, Osprey, BTS, outbound traffic, Aurora approaching Dean's Elbow. The MSC Virtuosa approaching Kim, then should be followed by the Iona from 46.
Yeah, in fact, looking over the other way, suddenly has brightened up. It's almost like April showers. Right, I feel like I've been neglecting the chat for a little while. Do excuse me, shipmates, I'm a little preoccupied. Captain is very simple-minded, not very good at multitasking. Right, so I'll have a quick look for the chat. Shipmate Days Out with Dave says this time next week we'll be aboard Iona, and next week I've noticed you'll have much better weather. The forecast for next week is pretty good, 23, 24, so make sure you've got some sunscreen on if you're up on deck. Final lines coming in for Iona, just as the MSC Virtuosa passes by. A couple of yachts out there. I wonder if they've been around the island today, racing away. You certainly would have needed your wet weather gear this afternoon, because I think there were a couple of times where there were quite a lot of heavy showers. Not as bad as it could have been. Yeah, looks like those lines have all come in now, so Iona's ready to go. I might put the outside microphone on in anticipation. Yes, it's not too noisy. I haven't got any mopeds screaming around. Well, the shipmate Alex Windy Bank says, big shout out to Matt and Dell on Iona. Hope your best holiday. Well, ahoy there, Matt and Dell on Iona. Off to the fields. Well, the shipmate D's asking when the Town Quay camera is back up and running. Basically, I need to get access, and I need it not to be raining, so I don't like crawling around on roofs when it's raining. And I need to feel better. I'm starting to feel better, so that bit's ticked off. But I do need access, and I do need it to be dry. But I would hope next week sometime, because the weather forecast is certainly looking better. Shipmate Amy Angela is on the P&O sign. Next slide. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Oh yes, got a couple of shipmates up on top. Well, I should turn these outside microphone off. Little delicate hoots there from Iona. We've got a couple of flags. Looks like we've got Cornish, I would think, with that black and white. Brave shipmates. Oh, look at that. They're all in their wet weather gear. Oh, thank you, shipmates. And, oh, there's another flag. Oh, what is that one? It is. Oh, gosh. Wow, that is a green. It looks like it's stuck to the. He's going to have a soaking wet flag to take back to his cabin. I don't know what that is. Green with a red cross. Now that's funny enough. I was considering ordering a poster of flags. That's what I should be ordering. Well, the shipmate Spike. Welcome all, shipmate. Man, thanks for subscribing. There is MSC Virtuosa passing Dock Head. It looks like the weather is closing in again. We've definitely got, but it's clear that way. And we've got shipmate there. With a flag that I don't know which one that is. So off, Iona's off to the fields. An example of some pricing here. This is for July. It's the same itinerary. Stavanger in Norway. Olden cruising the Ingfjord Nordfjorden. Heliset in Norway, cruising Glenja Ford, Solent Ford, Storf Ford, Hogsund, and back to the wonderful port of Southampton. That departs. Oh, no, I can't see that coming. Bumped into a building. That departs on 19th of July. $7.99 per person for a balcony. Right, how do I? Right, I'm not used to my new camera. It's good picture quality. It is a little bit tedious to control. Ah, there we go. Well, no, stop. A little fast as well. There we go. Right, just getting myself all shipshape here. Yes, I can hear the rain coming back in. Right, also have another price for Iona. This is for August next year. So it looks like she's doing a different cruise this year, not going to the fields for that one. Inside from $6.99, balcony from $9.99, and that's calling in at Gato in Spain, La Coruña in Spain, Vigo in Spain, a day at sea, and then calling in to Cherbourg in France, assuming the French aren't on strike. Oh yeah, that rain is coming back in again. However, this cruise, Iona, is off on a 7-day round trip to the Norwegian fjords, calling in Stavanger in Norway, Olden in Norway, Haliset in Norway, and then Hogsund in Norway. And I'm actually pretty much doing this the entire summer until September, where she heads off to the Canary Islands, and then a couple of odd little trips down to Spain and Portugal, and then in January heads off to the Caribbean, and they're calling it a winter warmer. Jolly good idea as well. Oh right, I did ask about the flag. Apparently, shipmate William says Nottingham flag. Looks like Robin Hood on the flag, says shipmate James. Oh, glad you could see. It's very small on my screen here, so I do struggle trying to work out what some of these things are. Nottinghamshire flag. Nottingham. I think the general consensus of opinion, it's the Nottinghamshire flag. Excellent. I don't think we've had a Nottinghamshire flag before.
BTS MSC Virtuosa, wasn't it?
There's a few shipmates out on their balconies, probably relatively sheltered. There's no wind at the moment. Yeah, the wind is only very gentle breeze. Visibility is up to 4 nautical miles, 12 degrees centigrade. Hi there, shipmate Becky Rees. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. And we could just about, on cruise cam, I don't know if you can make it out to the left, is MSC Virtuosa into a disappearing bank of fog. Let's have a look now. Have a look on Netley cam. No.
Southampton BTS, shield all fast on 110 berth. Thank you. Good afternoon.
I don't think Netley cam's working. Let me have a. I need to have a little click on here and do that. Click on there. Reconnect it. There we go.
Shield all, Vitas all fast. Thank you, sir.
Aha, that's why I couldn't see behind a raindrop. Let's have a little another go, see if we can see this Nottinghamshire flag. I'm pretty sure that's the first time on the channel for a Nottinghamshire flag. Yeah. At some point, I'm guessing we'll have all the county flags. They're still out there waving away. That's fantastic. That's good effort. Oh, they've got an umbrella. Oh, I see. Is that? Oh, I can't really make it out, but I'm guessing, like people are saying, that Robin Hood, he's obviously got a bow in his hand or something. Good effort, shipmates. I've got to give you points for that. Waving in such rotten conditions. Should buy you a pint. Or a rum, of course. Backing into the middle swing ground here before heading off to the fields. We've had quite a few shipmates on board. We've had the Cornish shipmates and now some Robin Hood shipmates. Well, the shipmate George Dunford. Welcome aboard, shipmates. Hey, thanks for subscribing. And it looks like on cruise cam now we can see Mine Chief 3 there, I believe. That's Mine Chief 3. If I got them round the wrong way. There's a possibility. Nope, that is Mine Chief 3. Looks like she's steaming up. She's not due away until 8 o'clock. Well, it's a busy day here in the Port of Southampton with 5 ships. In fact, I think for the foreseeable future, the next number of weekends, we're going to be having 5 ships in the Port of Southampton. Well, the shipmate Squidward says, where is Aurora going? Aurora. Good question, shipmate. Aurora. She's off on a 18-day round trip to go and try and find some sun, calling it the round trip Western Mediterranean Discovery. That's where Aurora is going. MSC Virtuosa, she is off on a 7-day round trip to Northern Europe. That's calling in at France, Lisbon, Vigo in Spain, and Cherbourg. And then on our screens now is P&O's Iona, and she's off to the fields. This is her usual itinerary for the summer. She's calling in at Stavanger in Norway, Olden in Norway, Haliset in Norway, and Hogsund in Norway. I'll give you some examples of some pricing here for this very similar cruise. Heading up to the fields, and this is for in July. Looks like we still have a red funnel ferry out of action. I think all 3 are operational now. I don't know why. I think they're introducing the summer timetable when all 3 ships will operate shortly. Well, the shipmate Sean Dunn says, any passenger numbers for Virtuosa? Yes, there was. I think if you scroll up in the chat, you'll probably see. MSC Virtuosa, yeah, there you go. 5,215 passengers on MSC Virtuosa, 1,674 crew. So a relatively full ship there. I think we've just avoided another rain shower. You can see what looks like a tube getting very close to the bow of Iona. It's one of these sail ships, a ship with a eco sail on the front. I see a shipmate just messaged me about it. I'll see if I can read up about that later. I wonder if I can get on board. That'd be really great. Yeah, it's not a great way. Not a great day for a sail away, is it? We did have some brave shipmates up on the top of Iona there. So many thanks for putting the effort in there, getting your brolly out. You'd have to pack carefully, wouldn't you? It's the old bow thrusters starting up on Iona. So we can see what's going on with MSC Virtuosa. I think she's heading into the weather. Just having a quick look on Netlycam. Ooh, yes, that's what the one of the Red Jets was reporting. Poor visibility down by the hook buoy. I just think that's what that is. Anti-pigeon matters. And anti-pigeon tactics are getting in the way of the cruise camp. There's some anti-pigeon stuff getting in them, dangling down in front of the screen.
VTS, Red Jet 6, shortly away from Town Quay.
As MSC Virtuosa heading down Southampton water. Iona's still continuing her turn. Let's have a quiver and cows, shall we? Oh, gosh, look at that. Wow. We had some good visibility of the racing earlier, and now it's not so good, is it? Oh, shocking weather. It's definitely a day of awful weather.
BTS Seagram's breaking away from Marchwood Wharf and I'm bound 46 berth.
I'll have a little look down here on cruise cam. You can see that MSC Virtuosa is just about to disappear into some unpleasant looking weather. Whereas over at Netley if we had looking up port, I think it's quite nice. I think we've got a little bit of a break. Is it the calm before the storm? I think it's the expression, is it? That's what it is. Iona's gently turning.
VTS, Red Jet 6, shortly away from Town Quay.
Razor 6 VGS, Iona, just to the south of you, about to complete swing. The MSC Virtuosa approaching Cadland, outbound clear channel, following the Aurora passing SO4 clear channel.
All copy, Dickie.
Well, the shipmates, Arnold Rimmer says that thunder in the skies above haven't.
Yeah, Mercurius.
Yeah, we had some thunder here a few minutes ago.
Mercurius VGS, good evening.
Well, the shipmate.
We'll finish with the Manama. We've on the Mayflower next. Is she 1930 departure?
That's correct, so 1930 away.
Very much have a wait on 203.
VTS, Red Jet 6, could we have a dockhead take-it reading, please?
Razor 6 VGS, yes sir. Dockhead 2.61261 on the right.
That's all copy, sir. Our plan is to overtake the Iona outside the Reds.
Received, thank you. Your colleague, Brett Osprey, is approaching northwest and Lima.
Oh, coming.
Well, the shipmate Christine Burrows will be live tomorrow. Yes, Sunday. We've only got 2 tomorrow, I think, if memory serves me correctly. Yes, Arvia and Queen Anne, and they both leave at a jolly decent time. 4:45 for Queen Anne, and then 5:30 for Arvia. So we can have a couple of ships, and then we can head off to the galley afterwards. I'm wondering if there's anyone on the sky bar on Iona. Oh, actually, there is quite a few shipmates on the balconies. I think they're quite sheltered on Iona because the balconies are stepped back in, and like I say, there's not a lot of wind. As the MSC Virtuosa disappears into the murk over there. It's enveloped the Isle of Wight. Oh, it's cleared up a bit now. We can see Wight seen down there. She's the race boat at the finish line. Oh, the shipmate Cheryl Mottram, I was talking about one of the cruises calling it the Shetland Dance. He said, oh, the Shetland Dance often get cancelled. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? My daughter just got off the Bolate in Lerwick, was cancelled and went on Independence, IOM, what's IOM, and had a 30-minute Red Arrow show over the ship. Ooh, the TT was, the Isle of Man TT. Oh, gosh, that was a spotted like, wasn't it? Having a Red Arrow show. I can see somebody on the stern of Iona with a rather fetching pink umbrella. Also, a couple of shipmates in one of the little hot tubs there. I guess that's probably, well, it's one of the pools rather than the hot tub. I guess if you're going to be wet, you might as well be wet in comfort. Well, the shipmate Matt Carter, welcome aboard, shipmate.
Yes, Red Osprey.
Many thanks for becoming a member. Grab yourself a mug of grog down in the galley. Well, the shipmate Michael White is our shipmate based in Bangkok. He's off to get some shut-eye. Apparently, Pete won the Isle of Wight race, round the race in his class, whatever class that was. I believe the race is broken down to many different classes, sizes of vessels, and amateurs and professionals, I think. Like I say, I'm hoping one day a shipmate might invite me on board and I could live stream the whole affair. The red jet blasting past. MSC Virtuosa is almost completely disappeared on cruise cam. Let's have some lovely calm weather out there. Well, the shipmate Samuel Boswell says, just curious, what's the daytime water temperature in Southampton? As I've seen personal watercraft here in Kentucky, it's in the mid-high 80s. Going to get much warmer. In Southampton, it's probably this time of year, I would say it's probably around 11, 12 C. So I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Probably about 55 or something. Something around there. Pretty cold. It can, as it gets towards the summer, September, it might get as high as 17, 18 degrees centigrade. If we're used to 80, it's going to be quite a bit colder than that, so I'll let you know that for sure. Got a whole variety of ships on our screen on cruise cam. Got one of the broken down, well, I'm not sure it's broken, I think it's fixed, the Red Eagle down there. There's a Ro-Ro in port, and then Mein Schiff 3 at Dock Head. Next away is the Independence of the Seas at 6:30, and then Mein Schiff 3 at 8 o'clock. So that's somewhere I'm going to have to work in a bit of a galley break. I wonder where I might put that in. I might go for a galley break shortly. Yeah, it looks like the weather has cleared up just a little over here. Iona approaching Dock Head now. There she goes, coming on Itchy Cam.
VTS Iona.
Here's going to get some figures, perhaps.
Yeah, VTS Iona, good evening. Just approaching the Western Shelf now, outbound.
Iona, copy, thank you, sir.
No, don't know if we got figures or not.
Red Osprey, VTS.
BTS, Red Osprey, go ahead.
Sea Green, Pierhead for 46.
Sea Green for 46. Thank you. Thanks, Ray.
Oh, yeah, it looks like one of the rhythm.
VTS Iona. I've got passenger and crew numbers here if you're ready.
Yes, at last.
Iona, VTS, yes, please, sir.
So, passengers 5376, crew 1680, total 7056, plus one.
Received 5376, 1680. Thank you, sir.
There we go. So eventually got some passenger numbers from Iona. So Iona, she's 4 years old, very similar to MSC Virtuosa. 184,000 gross tons. She says maximum passenger double occupancy of 5,200, but she's got 5,376 and 1680 crew. So again, a pretty full ship. They've all been, like I said, the last couple of weeks, they've all been pretty full, apart from Fred Olsen Balmoral, which left the other day with a mere 8 passengers on board. Well, the shipmate, Matthew 587, says he's got the channel on the background as he makes space for his display cabinet for model cruise ships. Arcadia from last year, Sky Princess last month, and space for Emerald Princess next month. Yes, if you go on to the ships, often there's a gift shop or ships stores, and they have space on board for various different bits and pieces you can buy that you need, run short of. Seasickness tablets comes to mind. Not for me, obviously. But one of the things to do, often have on board, is lots of merchandise, lots of t-shirts and hats and all those sorts of things, which is quite handy if you've packed in correctly. But also have little models of the ships. Well, the shipmate Paul Weaver. I need to get back to your message, shipmate, so I've been rather busy. Trying to find time to do everything.
Station calling VTS.
Look at that, it has brightened up. Well, the next away is the Independence of the Seas at 6:30. I'm inclined to have a bit of a galley break. And I'll keep following on Netley and come back later. I don't know about you. See how you feel about that. I've had the 3 ships just depart. Yeah, and I'm just looking on over towards that end. Yeah, it is brightened up. Look at that. A little gap in the weather. Right, shipmates, I shall continue following with Iona. And I shall be back shortly after I have a little visit to the galley, a little prep visit. Originally, Independence of the Seas was supposed to be leaving at 7 o'clock, but she's left a bit early, which is a bit inconvenient, if I'm honest. Right, let's see if I can look at 6:30. 6:30 for Independence of the Seas. There we go. Marvellous. Right, I'm going to hit the galley for a bit, shipmates, and I shall see you all at 6:30.
VTS Barker will finish on the Almanan. We're alongside 203, and next one's the Mars Apollo.
Southampton VTS, Almanana.
Target VTS received, thank you, sir.
Southampton VTS, Almanana, all secure, SCT 5, thanks very much.
Almanan VTS received, thank you, sir.
VTS Red Jet 7 approaching. Carry on with
Right to 7 VTS clear to proceed if it is safe to do so.
Thank you.
VTS MSC Virtuosa, Hugo.
MSC Virtuosa VTS received, sir. No reported large movement inbound from Tanab.
Thank you.
Aurora VTS. North of the Rhine. Copy, sir. Thank you.
BTS, MSC Virtuosa will be following up.
MSC Virtuosa, receiver. Thank you, sir.
BTS, Red Jet 7, shortly departing Town Quay for Cows.
Red Jet 7 BTS, outbound traffic, Iona is approaching SO number 1, outbound, clear channel, please, sir.
That's a copy, thank you.
Southampton VTS, Independence of the Seas.
Independence of the Seas, VTS. Good evening to you.
Hey, good evening. Do you have any update on our pilot?
Independence of the Seas, VTS. Yeah, your departure time is 18:30, 1830, and your pilot will be with you shortly from the shore side.
Okay, well copied. Thank you very much.
BTS, Red Osprey, shortly departing Roper.
Red Osprey BTS, that's all. Copy, thank you. The Iona just passing SO now. Outward bound and she's clear channel.
Oh, copy, thank you.
Red Falcon BTS, that's all. Copy, thank you. The Iona's just passing SO now. Outward bound, clear channel. Jet 6 BTS, all received, thank you. Iona just running down to the hook. Outward bound and clear channel. Iona BTS. Iona BTS, that's all copied. And, yeah, copied north and right, thank you. Miss Newbury VTS, good afternoon. Newbury VTS, that's all copied, sir. Thank you. Maintain a good listen watch, please. Channels 12 for VTS traffic and 09 for Southampton pilots. Station calling VTS, your transmission is very weak and unreadable. Station calling VTS, your transmission is very muffled and unreadable. Muffled and unreadable. Aurora VTS, very good evening. Aurora VTS, that's all copy, thank you. AI have set to southeast of the tower working. I've got the mare Newbury, she's drifting 10 miles to the south.
VTS, Independence of the Seas.
Independence of the Seas.
We go to station, Southside 2, 102. We'll be swinging bow to port, middle swinging ground. No reported defects. Maximum draft is 9.0. Next port will be Zeebrugge. We have crew on board, 1413. Passengers on board, 4268, and plus myself.
Independence of the Seas, VTS, that's all copy, thank you. And just confirm swinging out to port off the 101 berth. Crew on board are 1413, and passengers 4268, and plus yourself.
Yeah, all correct, thank you.
All received, thank you, and clear to proceed when ready.
Thank you.
VTS, Roger 6, passing highway, progressing to your speed, please.
It's 6 VTS, that's all copy, then clear to proceed, thank you.
Thank you.
Station calling VTS, over. Station calling VTS, your transmission is unreadable. Unreadable, over. Beatrice, VTS, good evening. Beatrice, VTS, good evening. Beatrice, VTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you. The Independent to the Seas. She's going to station shortly, 101 berth outward bound. I've got nothing immediate for you inward bound at this time. MSC Virtuosa, VTS, good evening to you. That's all copy, thank you. AI have set is south east of the tower working, and the Maersk Newbury, she's currently drifting 10 nautical miles south of the tower.
Ahoy, shipmates! Look at this. Weather's coming up and down all the time, isn't it? Improving, getting wetter and all that sort of thing. Foggy, reduced visibility. Looking pretty good at the moment. Visibility in port, according to the weather forecast, 22 nautical miles. It's just gone up. Got a good view on box cam. Independence of the Seas just called in. You probably heard that on the radio. It's got 4,268 passengers aboard, 1,413 crew. I think I heard that correctly. I always find it confusing when they give the crew and passengers backwards.
Yes, that's all copy, thank you. The Independence of the Seas should shortly begin stations on 101 out of that.
What have we got? Cruise cams looking at not much in particular. It's over at Hythe. Port cam, can't see much. It's looking, but the visibility is good. We can see mine Schiff 3 at the end there. Oh, there's that funny ship I was talking about, the green and blue one. It's got a really peculiar name. Let's see if I can find it. Armada 7802. It seems like a random selection of numbers after it. I'm sure it means something. I don't even know what she is. I think she's a research vessel, I think. Oh no, offshore support vessel. So she'll be going out to wind turbines and things like that. In fact, I'll show you a picture. You can't really see there, can you? There we go. I'll show you a picture. There you go. There she is. Armada 7802. Offshore support vessel. Definitely cleared up on Netley. Oh, we can see that the Armada vessel again. Not very busy at the ferry terminal at the moment. There's that sail ship. I've got a website for that. And back at Cowes, oh, you can see that in the distance on the mainland, on the big island. Definitely some weather going across. Looks like the last couple of stragglers getting over the line. Wonder what they're... Let's have a look at the map, shall we, and see what the race looks like. Must be getting towards the end of the race now. Oh, yes. Very much so. But there we go. Iona blasting through. She'd probably win the race if she went around the Isle of Wight. Definitely a higher top speed than most of those ships. Although saying that, the one that won the race, which was the race sailing boat Zulu, she's a foiling boat, and I suspect she would probably have outrun Iona in the correct conditions. It looks like the wind has just completely died. That's why the last couple of sailboats are struggling to get over the line. Look at that one there. Ooh, it's going to hit the Barker at that rate. Almost given up, isn't he? Oh, take the shortest route possible. In a second when Iona's gone past. Yeah, it has cleared up a lot. It's funny, isn't it? You get bright patches and wet patches, misty patches, heavy rain. Over here, back in the port of Southampton, looks like we've got sun coming out. Bizarre. It really does feel like April showers today. Well, Andrew, any new cameras in pipeline? No, I've got a couple, working on them, trying to persuade people that they desperately need to have a Solent Ships camera. In fact, if you have someone...
BTS, Red Osprey, Hook Boy out.
Somewhere with a good view.
Red Osprey VTS, that's all copy, thank you.
I wouldn't mind having a Solent Ships camera there, let me know. Well then, shipmate Annabelle, just home from work. We missed a few ship movements, shipmate. Well, we've got 2 more to come. Independence of the Seas and Mein Schiff 3. As you can see, the water is lovely and calm out there. If you're on board Iona, heading up to the fjords, and you're just about to start dinner, then I reckon you'll be doing rather well on board. It'll be flat as a pancake. There she goes, off to the fjords for a 7-day round trip. That's her current summer timetable. I'll show you the map now. There you see it earlier on. We had lots and lots of ships all around here. They've raced all around the island. And you can see now there's just a small collection. I think these are probably some of the tail enders. Look at them, they're doing pretty well. They're going to cross the line, I would think, in the next half an hour or so. They'll get back into port, wherever they've come from. They'll be done with the day. Hopefully it's been a good race, no accidents. The weather hasn't been too bad. Sometimes the weather is really bad, but I think today they've probably got away with it. Anyway, right, back to Independence of the Seas. Look at that, see, it's sunny in this end of port.
Red Jet 7 VTS, that's all received, thank you.
Got Independence of the Seas coming out with all the water slides on top. We've had numbers from Independence of the Sea, 4,268 passengers aboard, 1,413 crew. Independence of the Seas, if you'd like to know a bit of information about Independence, let's see if I can get up some pricing on board as well. Yeah, here we go, yeah. Got some pricing. Camera's being funny. Log back into the camera again. Well, the shipmate Andrew Hodgkiss. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Oh, there we go. Delicate on that control. Oh, too close, too far away. Come on, there we go. Captain's got it under control now. It's a pricing, for example, 5-night Hamburg-Rotterdam cruise. Departing Port of Southampton. This is for July this year. 5 nights. And that's from 887, including No, just 87. That's for an inside. Then how about something a bit more Spanish? 9-night Spanish flair. That calls in at Vigo in Spain, Lisbon in Portugal, Cadiz in Spain, day at sea, La Coruña in Spain, Bilbao in Spain, and back to Southampton. That's from 1,098 on board. That's 9 nights on Independence of the Sea. As you can see, it's got a lot to do on the top deck there. Lots of water slides and activities. Independence of the Seas today, though, however, it's off on a much shorter cruise. It is a mere 2-day round trip to Bruges. It's called a weekend getaway cruise.
BTS, Red Jet 6, departing Southampton, don't forget.
Red Jet 6 VHS, that's all received, thank you. Independence of the Seas, just swinging off 101 burst now.
All copy, sir.
Just a 2-day cruise.
Red Falcon VHS.
And she's going from Southampton to Zeebrugge, and from Zeebrugge back to Southampton. So a fairly simple cruise, that one, but fairly good if you want to try out cruising. You're not interested in going for 35 days for your first cruise. Could be one for you.
Evening, Gemma.
Now I've got a better camera. I'm going to have a look on the top deck. We might have a few shipmates up on the top deck now because the weather has improved.
Hello, VTS, good evening.
A whole lot of activities on their top deck, isn't there?
Hello, VTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you. Believe you're inward bound to nav anchorage number 6. Call me back prior to dropping your anchor and we'll just confirm your position.
Look like fairground rides, don't they? Midway rides. Midway fairground is what it looks like to me.
That's all received, sir. Thank you. And traffic update, 2 outbound cruise ships. One, the Aurora, just approaching New Grounds Buoy, followed by the MSC Virtuosa. She's at St Helens, outbound. Both will be outbound west of the tower.
Oh, I've just noticed there's shipmates right on the bow. Is that a? I'm wondering is that a passenger accessible area? A lot of these ships, it's not a passenger accessible area. I don't know about Independence of the Seas. If you know that it's a passenger accessible area, let me know. Look like passengers, don't they? They don't look like crew. Might be one of those areas that's only open when you're in port and when you're underway. They close it off. Well, yeah, there are a few shipmates there, right at the bow. So even though she's only going away for 2 days, round trip to Bruges, she's a full ship. Independence of the Seas, built in 2008, she's 17 years old, 154,000 gross tons, so not as big as Iona or MSC Virtuosa. It shows a couple of sister ships, the Freedom of the Seas and the Liberty of the Seas. Well, the shipmate Hades, she's still trying to convince my stepmum to take a cruise, but she doesn't like the sound of the numbers on board a lot of the vessels. Well, you could either go for a smaller vessel, but even on the larger vessels, you really don't notice that many people on board. It's amazing. The first couple of days can be quite busy when shipmates don't quite know where everything is. I remember being on Iona, and the first day, the coffee shop in the main atrium was incredibly busy as everyone was trying to get down there to get a coffee. But by the second or third day, lots of people had worked out that there was, in fact, more than one coffee shop. And you really couldn't believe that there were 5,000 people on board. I don't know where they were most of the time. It looks to me like there's some sort of crazy golf course on the top deck there. You can see a lighthouse right on the front. See some people there busy putting away. getting a bit of a reflection on the water from the setting sun. What a strange weather day. Well, shipmate, about days next live. Next live will be tomorrow, shipmate, Sunday. We are starting our broadcasting at 4:45, 4:45 for Queen Anne's departure. Channel Spotter Paul thinks it is a passenger accessible area. It does look like it. They don't look like crew. They certainly look more like passengers. Often the very bows of ships are crew-only areas. Shipmate Gavin Bad Boy says, loves Iona, can't wait to be on her again in August. He'll be off to the fields. Well, shipmate Edward Coates, he just wants to thanks the captain for the crew and passenger numbers. Yeah, I do. I will always like to give them to you, but sometimes I don't hear it on the radio. Last couple of remaining yachts coming over the finishing line in Cowes. Just pop up those example pricing for you.
Aurora, yes.
Shipmate Sue Holliston says yes, the area at the front of the ship is passenger friendly. Well, thanks, shipmates.
Aurora, yes, that's all copied. Got the Helen now. She's about 9 miles southwest at the moment. She's inward bound from that anchorage number 6.
Shipmate Michelle Robyard says yes, you're allowed at the front of the ship. It's a heli deck. Oh, thanks for that, shipmate. I can't see from this angle. It's a heli deck. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, thank you for that, shipmate. Well, the shipmate Andrews, have we had many horns yet? Not really. Had a couple of blasts from Iona, and then we did have some from Aurora, I think, but it was quite faint, barely heard it. Has also had a rumble of thunder.
BTS, independence of the swing, seas, swing complete with a swing ground, pier head now, outbound, main channel to the east.
Independence of the seas, BTS, that's all copied. Thank you. Red Falcon just past the Hound, inward bound, and Red Jet 7 past the Hooking.
Thank you.
Independent of the swings. Independence of the seas. Last refurbished in 2023. She should still be in pretty good condition. Now, she's based in the port of Southampton until October, where she disappears off to Miami. And then she's based in Miami for the winter. Then next summer, she's based in... where is she based in? She's based in New Jersey next summer. And then after that, back in Miami. So, yeah, so we'll have her for the summer. We might not see her again for a while.
MSC Virtuosa, VTS, that's all copy, thank you. Still got the AI set southeast of the tower. First Newbury, she's drifting 10 miles to the south. And the Hella is now inward bound. She's approximately southwest of the tower, inward bound to nav anchorage number 6.
I'll have a quick look on the top of the Independence of the... Oh, no, one camera. There we go. All sorts of things going there. Water slides. I'm not entirely sure what that big yellow sphere thing is. Perhaps someone in the comments can let me know. not been on to a Royal Caribbean ship that I can remember. Independence of the Seas. Oh, did I not mute the microphone when I sneezed? Oops, apologies, Snipmates. I thought I muted it. I think it's high hay fever. That's what it reminds me of today. Well, they should make jump. Well, he said that made me jump. I did point away from the microphone. You probably good job as well. Probably deafened you all if I was facing the microphone. Bizarre, isn't it, how the weather's changed? It started off earlier looking quite horrific, and now I think it's really looking quite nice out there. Some lovely weather. Shipmate Charles Watson Paul says the Big Yellow Sphere is a virtual reality trampoline park. Not quite sure what's wrong with a genuine trampoline park. Shipmate Adam says yes. Are you okay? We heard you sneeze. He probably heard me sneeze in Portsmouth. The shipmate Wayne says bless you, Captain. Thank you. The shipmate David, bless you, Captain. Thank you, shipmates. I thought I'd hit mute on the microphone. Oh well. Yes, we've got Independence of the Seas for the summer. And we won't see you again, so I'd better go out and do a bit of a drone flight, I suppose. Thanks, he's disappearing off behind Town Quay. Next away, and the final departure of the evening, is the Mein Schiff 3. And look at that, looks like the last couple of boats crossing the finishing line of the Rounding Island yacht race. The various different classes, so this could be a amateur class or something.
Just passing the Ocean Dock now, outward bound.
That's what we see, thanks.
How are their shipmates? Janie McNeil says, my dog jumped a mile when you sneezed. Well, I do apologise to your dog, shipmate. I'm sure he's having a nice little 40 winks. Shipmate Paul from Love Cruise Transport says, you trampoline and wear a VR headset. Not too sure what you see when you're on it, though. No, I don't. Why wouldn't you just have a real trampoline? I don't know. It was like when I was on Norwegian Aqua. There was a wine bar there. Was there a wine bar? Yes, there was a wine bar, and the chap said they were going to make it a virtual reality wine bar later on. And I think the idea is you see the vineyards of the wine you're drinking or something. It sounded a bit overly complicated to me. Look at that, though. Look how much it's brightened up outside. What is the weather forecast? 28 nautical miles, visibility 30 nautical miles, visibility still a bit nippy. 98% humidity, though. Stop raining. Yeah, I think you could actually get up onto the top deck at the moment and enjoy what happens to be a slightly sunny sail away. How bizarre. Let's get back on, get my Netley cam back up. I think it is. It's relatively sunny out there. I thought there was a shipmate there holding a flag. He's just got a bright white T-shirt on. Slightly disappointing.
BTS, Red Jet 7 approaching.
Send BTS, that's all copy and clear to be caution for the outbound Independence to the sea. Dockhead is reading 2.86 at this time.
That's all copy for information once we've discharged alongside Town Quay. We shut it down for the evening. 7 will be back in tomorrow morning at 0640.
Red Jet 7 BTS, that's all copy. Thank you. Good evening to you all.
Good evening. Thank you.
Shipmate Cruising Coopers says the trampoline park is now an empty space. They just use it for activities. Aha, there we go. I knew there was a shipmate in the chat who knows what's going on, what they're talking about. Here goes Red Jet flying in. Have a little look at the stern, shall we now? That would be my cabin choice, somewhere on the stern. There she goes, whizzing past. Yeah, weather has improved. So just one more departure this evening. You've just got a glimpse of the bow of Mein Schiff 3. She's the last to depart, 8 o'clock this evening. Oh, and here's that rotor of that ship there, Eco Fletner. I'll stick a link to it in the chat if you're interested in working out how that works. So, I think it works on negative pressure. It's a little bit complicated.
BTS, the NACC Indian.
NACC Indian BTS, good evening.
Yeah, very good evening to you. On 107, head out. Just going to stations now, outbound for Glasgow. Just of 7.8 metres and 19 more down. The vessel would like to go out to the west.
NACC Indian BTS, and that's all copy. Thank you. And yeah, I'll pass it on to the pilot service canopy to the west.
Thank you.
Ooh, going out to the west. That's unusual. I'd like the Celebrity Apex goes out to the west.
Evening again.
We get some great shots as she passes by.
Iona VTS, that's all copy. Thank you. I've got the Virtuosa and Aurora west of the tower outward bound. AI offset is currently working southeast of the tower. Mess Newbury, she's drifting approximately 9 miles south of the tower, and the Hella, she's just coming through the nav anchorages now, bound for nav anchorage number 6.
Shipmate Cruising Cooper's talking about the trampoline thing on the top. Says Royal Caribbean closes Skypad attraction following injury. It's no longer a virtual reality trampoline. I just don't see. It just seems like too many things. Either have a trampoline or do virtual reality. Combining the two just seems. I don't know. It just seems like it's going to cause a problem, and I'm not really a fan of health and safety. Oh, Shipmate Jim Bob says you can spare it. It's on YouTube. Oh, think of that, Shipmate Jim Bob. Oh, he's also giving some information on Independence of the Seas there. Some lovely pictures on Netlycam now. It really has come through with a decent bit of sun. Perfect to get up on deck, have a bit of a rum-based cocktail. Bit of a raindrop there on the corner of Itchingham. Oh, just looking over on cruise cam now, and we can actually see over to the Isle of Wight. You can see all the yachts over there finishing up the race. Still a few stragglers coming over the line. And visibility is up to 31 nautical miles now. What a difference it makes just a couple of hours here in the port of Southampton. In fact, even on box cam, it really is quite sunny here. All red funnels looking all bright. Mine's Schiff 3 there. That's the one with the smoke coming up the chimney. She's ready to go shortly. 8 o'clock. She's due away. That's our next and final departure this evening. And the ferry terminal's picking up slightly. Bit of traffic there. Shipmate Andrew, this is what's your favourite rum? Oh, well, favourite rum, I do quite like Shanty rum, and that's a local one made with seaweed. If you fancy a bottle of Shanty rum, you should be able to order one online. See if I can find the link for it. Made in Poole. I really quite like it. There we go. I'll stick a link for it in the chat here. That's probably one of my favourites. There's a couple of other ones that I like. The Pompero Anniversero from is it from Uruguay or is it from Venezuela? I think it's from Venezuela actually. I quite enjoy that one, but I also enjoy the Shanty rum from Poole made with seaweed. A bit of a reflecting sun off the water there. Well, wasn't expecting that today. So here's Independence of the Sea. She's departing off just a short little 2-day cruise to Bruges. I'm not sure it's 2 days. I don't quite know how they define it. Back on Monday, anyway. That's what's happening there. So it's 2 nights, I suppose, would be better terminology. Off to Zeebrugge. She departs with a reasonably full ship, 4,268 passengers. She has a maximum passenger capacity of 4,600. That's maximum occupancy, and 3,800 double occupancy. So she is indeed a fairly full ship. She also has 1,413 crew on board, which is slightly more than the normal 1,360. Relationship with the Parkinson's is trying to spot the in-laws. Oh, it'd be quite tricky from this distance. I'm not sure. You'd have to give you a bit of a clue as to where they might be, and I'll have to give it a go. But I suspect it's too late. This camera is a bit wobbly, and it doesn't have the zoom capability, really. There's a few shipmates out on the balcony still. Yellow lifeboats. That's a Royal Caribbean trait. The lines have orange lifeboats. Now the Independence of the Seas has that, I always like to think of it as a flying saucer. It looks like it's just landed on top of the ship there. Shipmate Andrew asking, has Zeebrugge got a live cam? I don't sure, shipmate. wouldn't be surprised. Most of the ports seem to have live cams these days. We'd like to think we're one of the first. I'm not sure. Just coming over onto cruise cam now. Well, it should be Annabelle. Our next live. Ask me when the next live. The next live will be tomorrow, Sunday, starting at 4:45 for the Queen Anne, and then shortly afterwards, Avia at 5:30. So we'll have a nice tight one tomorrow. So that will be Sunday. Monday, Independence of the Seas again, because she's only offered 2 nights, so she's back in again. Independence of the Seas and Ada Perla. I might do Monday because I quite like the Ada ships. They're very colourful. And also she's leaving from Ocean Terminal, which is the terminal you can see just in front of us here. It's not going to be dark enough to really appreciate the light show from Ada Perla, but it's going to be close. I should imagine you still see something. Then Tuesday, Ventura and Silver Spirit. Wednesday, bizarrely, you've got 3 ships on Wednesday: Arcadia, Azamara Onward, and the Seven Seas Grandeur. So we've got a very small P&O ship, and then the Azamara and Seven Seas Grandeurs. Now these are luxury cruising ships. The like that the captain's not allowed on. I'll see if I can get onto one of those one day. There's a bit of a break, and until Friday, just one on Friday, Sky Princess at 4 o'clock. I might well do that. Then next Saturday, we have 5 ships again: the Silver Dawn, the Iona, MSC Virtuosa, Regal Princess, and Ventura. Sunday, just the Oceana Vista. Monday, Independence of the Seas again. Azamara Quest calling in after that. And the 20th of June. Now this could be a good one. We've got Britannia, which is a P&O ship. Then we've also got Cunard's Queen Anne and Cunard's Queen Mary 2, both in port at the same time. Now last time we had that, we had a Honking Heaven. So let's hope we have that again. And Queen Mary 2's in at the end, and Queen Anne's at the other end. So hopefully Queen Anne leaves first and has to go past Queen Mary 2. Could be good. That could be a good one, that one. Especially if Queen Mary 2 is pointing towards our microphone. And the Saturday after that, disappointingly, only 3 ships. Oh no, it's going to break the 5 ship Saturday. Oh, that's disappointing, isn't it? I thought I knew it'd come to an end at some point. The Sunday after that, 2 ships. Monday, 2 ships. Tuesday, 1 ship. Just going to see if there's another Super Saturday after that. No, 3 ships on the 5th. Ooh, this looks like the Super Saturdays might have run out. Oh well, we'll make hay while the sun shines. Well, not that it really shines much. Shipmate John Lord asking, is it last ship? No, just one more left. That's the Mine Chief 3, visible. I can't see her on that camera. See her on port cam. There you go, just bottom left hand corner of the screen. The smoke cam with the chimney, that's Mine Chief 3. Oh, actually, box cam's better. There you go. Behind the ferry and the Ro-Ro, that's Mine Chief 3. She's the last departure at 8 o'clock this evening. Right, in that case, I think I might nip down to the galley and finish the captain's dinner. I had to put it off because I heard Independence. The last ship this evening, Mine Chief 3, and that's 8 o'clock. I'll put a little message up so that you know I shall be back. And that'll be the last ship of the evening of this Super Saturday. Right, shipmates, I'm back down to the galley. Maybe move on to the dessert course now. I shall see you all at 8 o'clock.
Bridget 6, Southampton VGS, message received, thank you. The cruise ship Independent of the Seas, passing Cadlam Boy, and the NACC Indian, just passing 106 berth outbound.
PTSC Green and we'll finish at 46 berth and about 101 berth.
Sea Green, Southampton VGS, all received, thank you. The NACC Indian, just passing 106 berth outbound.
PTSC Green, all copied, many thanks. VTS Bargate away from 203 up for the Maersk Polo.
Bargate, VTS, all received, thank you. Information, we believe the sailing may be cancelled, but waiting for information. Over.
Roger Bargate, thank you. Stand by.
VTS, Ocean Sea.
Ocean Scene, VTS. Good evening.
VTS, Ocean Sea, good evening. Let's get underway from Millstone Point, please. Outward bound down towards Cowshop. We have got 44 passengers, 5 crew, PEC 169, draft is 1.8, and returning to Millstone at 2300.
Ocean Scene, VTS, that's all received, thank you. No immediate traffic in the Itchen. Got the cargo vessel NACC Indian, just passing 105 berth outbound.
That's all received, yeah, it will come down nice and slow. Thank you.
VTS, Mercurius.
Mercurius, VTS.
Good evening, we're just leaving 203 to go stand by the Puello and wait for some more information.
Mercurius, VTS, well received, thank you. NACC Indian, Southampton VTS.
Southampton VTS, the NACC Indian.
NACC Indian, VTS, traffic information. Sea Green, just passing Town Quay for 101 berth. When you got a minute, could you remind me your crew numbers, please?
Yeah, 19 plus 1.
19, all received, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Southampton VTS. Hello, Southampton VTS. Yes, sir, you may drop your anchor in that position. Over. Thank you, sir. Please call me back when the vessel is safely at anchor. Iona, Southampton VTS, good evening.
Southampton VTS, the NACC Indian. Yeah, if again, that's us at the pier headway outward bound. Yeah, understood.
VTS, Independence of the Seas, at the Hook Boy now, outbound, main channel to the east. Depending on the yacht race, we might be north of Ride Middle. We'll see how it looks when we get round. Thank you.
Osprey, Southampton BTS. Message received, thank you. Traffic information, cruise ship Independence to the sea. Just rounding Calshot Spit Light Float. Clear channel vessel. And cargo vessel NACC Indian. Just past Dockhead, outbound.
BTS, Red Falcon, shortly underway from Royal Pier.
Red Falcon, Southampton BTS. Message received, thank you. No immediate traffic for you, no inbound traffic.
That's all received, thanks.
NACC Indian, Southampton BTS. NACC Indian BTS, well received. No reported inbound traffic.
BTS, Ocean Sea, Hitchin Bridge, outward bound.
Ocean Sea BTS, well received, thank you. The Red Falcon just leaving Royal Pier, outbound.
That's all received, thank you.
Station calling, Southampton BTS. Hello, Southampton BTS.
VTS, we're curious. Evening again, we've been released from the Puellos, we're back to Town Quay first.
Southampton BTS, Bargate, all finished at STC2 for the cancelled sailing back to 37 berth. Southampton BTS, Bargate, heading back to 37 berth after the cancelled sailing from the Mer ship at STC2.
Bargate BTS, well received, thank you. No reported inbound traffic. Independence to the Seas, BTS, well received, no reported inbound traffic. Falcon, Southampton BTS.
BTS, Red Falcon.
Red Falcon BTS, good evening. Information for you, the NACC Indian ahead of you will be outbound to the western Solent.
That's all received, thank you.
BTS, Red Jet 6, shortly away from Town Quay.
Red Jet 6 BTS, well received. The ocean scene at Dockhead outbound and no reported inbound traffic.
All copy, thanks.
Southampton VTS, the Wit Challenger.
Wit Challenger VTS, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Just from 23 berth to SO6, please. Maximum draft 4.9. Have 8 person on board and PEC 1174.
Wit Challenger VTS, well received, thank you. No reported inbound traffic. Correction, Red Osprey passing West Bramble inbound.
Yeah, copy that. Thank you very much, sir.
Southampton VTS, mine shift 3.
Mine shift 3, Southampton VTS, evening.
Good evening. Pilot on board, currently alongside 38.9 portside to Quay. Deepest draft 8.3, no reported defects. Vessels outbound for Liverpool. Will be main channel to the east. And if you're ready, I have the passenger and crew numbers.
Mine shift 3, VTS, I am ready.
Okay, passengers 2438. That's 2438. Crew 919. 919. Total 3357. 3357.
Mine shift 3, Southampton VTS, that's all received. And no reported traffic for you.
That's all copied, yeah, and that's obviously a +1 for myself. And yeah, if you're happy, then we'll get away as soon as we're ready. Should be a few minutes before 8 o'clock.
Mine shift 3, VTS, you may proceed when you're ready. Just have the 2 tugs, Mercurius in Bargate, just passing 102, 103 berth outbound.
All copy, thank you.
Mercurius, VTS. Tug Mercurius, Southampton VTS.
VTS, Mercurius.
Mercurius VTS, remind me, you into ocean dock.
That's correct, yeah, we're going to 45 berth.
Well received, thank you. Break, tug Bargate, Southampton VTS.
Southampton VTS, Bargate.
Bargate VTS, traffic information, the mine shift 3, 3839. Now at stations for departure.
All received on the Bargate, thank you.
Southampton VTS with Challenger, just leaving campus now.
For Challenger VTS, well received, thank you. Traffic information, the mine shift 3, 3839 berth, portside to Quay. Now at stations for letting go and departure. Over.
Thank you, sir.
VTS, Ocean Scene, western Shelf outwards, east of the Greens.
Ocean Scene, VTS, message received. Thank you. Ocean Scene, VTS.
Yeah, VTS, Ocean Scene.
Ocean Scene, VTS, traffic update. The Wit Challenger just coming out the Empress, going to SO6. And the Mine Shift 3, 3839, will be outbound shortly.
That's received, thank you.
Southampton VTS with Challenger, west on Shelf out.
With Challenger, Solent VTS. Well received, thank you. Red Osprey at the Reach Buoy inbound.
Thank you, sir.
BTS Red Osprey Hook buoy in.
Red Osprey VTS. Well received, thank you. The NACC Indian. Approaching hook buoy outbound. And the Wit Challenger test buoy outbound for SO number 6.
That's received, thank you.
Shift 3, Southampton BTS.
Ahoy, shipmates! Oh, the old Mine Chief 3's sneaky little devil leaving early. Some dark skies out there still. I can see very dark skies out there. The water and the sky almost look the same colour. Not quite sure what they call that, inky black, but they're going bright. The red funnel ship and the K-line Roro look. Lots of smoke coming out of the chimney on Mine Chief 3. There she is, quite a few passengers on the balcony. Probably being down to the galley already. They've had their fill. Maybe they've come up to enjoy the departure, and they're now sunny and ever changeable weather here in the port of Southampton. And then they'll probably head indoors, maybe get a rum-based cocktail. Oh, good point. Excellent spanner Bean there says that Mine Chief 3. Where is Mine Chief 3 off to?
London on the Southampton region.
Mine Chief 3. Oh, the sun's come out. Might get a better view here. Lots of boat traffic in port at the moment. It's obscuring all our views.
Gillam to Normandy, Southampton BTS. Message received, thank you. Question, which buoys do you intend to enter the main channel, please?
Mine Chief 3 is in the middle of a 12-day round trip. Großbritannien Hochpunkte at the Birmingham.
Gillam to Normandy, Southampton BTS.
Not entirely sure what that means. Something to do with Great Britain. Great Britain round trip, I'm imagining that might be. In German, I don't speak German. Perhaps there's a German-speaking shipmate in the chat that could help us out with that title. She departed Bremerhaven, and then her first port of call was, of course, the fantastic port of Southampton. Then she's on the way to Liverpool, then Belfast in Northern Ireland, then Greenock or Glasgow in Scotland, and then Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis and Harris. So you see a lot of ships going there at the moment, don't we? Then popping over to Kirkwell in the Orkney Islands, then Invergordon, back in Scotland, and then all the way back to Bremerhaven in Germany. Oh, got some imposing skies at the moment. Look at that. It's really highlighting the K-line ship there, the Roro. Very bright. The trouble is blocking our view. Don't get a very good view at the moment. So we've got the K-line ship blocking our view that way. And then if we zoom in on box cam, we've got the same K-line ship. And that boat there, which is powered by some sort of rotating sail thing. Shipmate Mark Lloyd says, Great Britain highlights. Well, thanks, shipmate. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it. But there you go, Great Britain highlights. Many thanks, that shipmate. I did not know. It does look like any moment now that someone is going to get very wet if they're out on deck. Just looks like it's going to absolutely pour with rain. But there's sun the other way.
Going to Splendor, Southampton BTS.
Yeah, see the to the right, bright skies. There's Mine Chief 3 just off to the side there. Mine Chief 3. It's built in 2014. She's 11 years old. 99,000 gross tons. She has a maximum passenger capacity of roughly 2,600, depending on occupancy levels, and a crew of 1,000. She has a number of sister ships, the Mine Chief 4, the Mine Chief 5, and the Mine Chief 6. Last refurbished in 2016. Gosh, I think she's due for a bit of refurbishment there. Oh, excellent. Matt King's listening to the radio. Mine Chief 3 departs with 2,438 passengers, 919 crew. Yep, so there you go. She's again pretty much a full ship. That's nice. It's great to see our lovely German shipmates coming across and viewing our wonderful country. Hope they've had a good time, even if the weather has been a bit rubbish. Although saying that, this is only the third day of their cruise. The rest of the week, next week, looks jolly good weather. So I think they might have lucked out and picked an ideal time.
Red Falcon, BTS, well received. No reported traffic.
There we go. You can see this subtle writing down the side of Mein Schiff. There she goes, passing Dockhead. And next port of call is Liverpool, then Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Southampton VTS, Mine Shift 3, Western South Alps, main channel to the east.
Greenock.
Mine Shift 3.
In Scotland for Glasgow, Stornoway in the Isles of Lewis and Harris, Kirkwall in the Orkney Isles, then Invergordon in Scotland. Finally, going back to the port of Bremerhaven in Germany.
Confirm for me the side at the NAB please, port side I believe.
Yep, port side out.
Well, that's been quite an eventful evening for our 5-ship Super Saturday. We will have another Super Saturday next week, but I did notice looking through the agenda, might be running a bit short. We're live again tomorrow, shipmates, for 2 departures. A little more sensible the timings tomorrow. That's the Arvia and Queen Anne. Queen Anne departing at 4:45 and then the Arvia at 5:30. So closely together, and then you can nip down to the galley afterwards. Oh, look at the lovely colours coming through. Considering what the day has been like, it's quite pretty there, isn't it? Still got drops of rain on the camera down there in Netley. Look at that, it's really, really quite nice. Improving nicely, I think they may say that. Still got an hour or so before it's dark, so the sun will keep on setting. Might get some lovely colours this evening. Looking across over to the Isle of Wight, and it's looking like there's some rain clouds are coming back in again. One of those days. Something like April showers. Just noticing some nice clouds and sunset over there on Boxcam. Potentially a bit threatening, though, those clouds. Oh, what a lovely evening. considering all of a sudden it went very wet. But anyway, forecast for the rest of the week and next weekend is brilliant, so we'll have some good ships TVs. I'll try and broadcast as frequently and as often as possible, and as promised, I will try and get a morning broadcast in at some point. I was going to do it this morning, but it just didn't look very good weather. And let's have a look. When could I do one? Let's have a look at the weather. That's first port of call, I guess. Monday morning's good. I'll do one Monday morning. Let's have a look. What have we got Monday morning? Monday morning. Well, I think there's a couple of ships in Monday. Yes, Independence of the Seas comes back in, and Ada Perla. Oh no, they're a bit long way apart. Independence of the Seas in at 5:30. Ada Perla 7:45. That's a bit annoying. I'd rather do a morning broadcast when the ships arrive closer together. Bit of a land-based activity today, shipmates. Slightly north of Salisbury and the village of Sutton Veny here in Wiltshire. Not far from Stonehenge, which I've always thought is the extraterrestrial.
BTS Seagreen, we'll finish at 101 Burton and Belmarsh Dwarf.
Seem to have something on autoplay. In fact, that was my film of the crop circle.
Yes, it is all received. Thank you.
Up at Sutton Veny. Well, the ship HCS-28, based over on the Isle of Wight, and yes, says it's raining again. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, look, where was it on cruise cam? Yeah, look, over the Isle of Wight, can't see the Isle anymore, it's disappeared. Let's look on cow's cam. Yep, let's see, the rain's arrived again. It's one of those days. One of those days. Look over here. Beautiful skies in Port of Southampton. Well, the shipmate Tom Elkins asking his box cam back up. Box cam, I've got a new box cam, new and improved. The problem with new and improved is it's not working. Well, it could be camera error, or it could be captain error. My money's on captain error, I suspect. It was streaming the other day, and then it just suddenly stopped at 6 in the morning, and I can't get it to get going again. So it works okay for me to connect to it for the ship's TV broadcast, but streaming to YouTube seems to have stopped. So I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on and investigate that further. Also, I've got a few of the niggles with it, so I should be on the phone to support on Monday. I think try and sort that out. Right, let's get back to this morning broadcast.
Which Challenger? Mine Shift 3.
Morning broadcast.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Where are you heading? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just heading to SO6, sir. SO6.
Okay, are you happy for us to come down your port side?
Yeah, definitely, sir. Please do.
Thank you.
Do you not tell? Oh, the 11th looks good. The 11th. I'm just looking for we've got, that's Wednesday. Wednesday is forecast to be a lovely sunny day. And on Wednesday we've got 3 ships arriving: the Arcadia, the Azamara Onward, and the Seven Seas Grandeur. So a couple of little boutique ships there. So maybe I'll do that one on Wednesday morning. That looks good. Not done a morning broadcast before. Then perhaps I might do next Saturday morning, because next Saturday we have got 5 ships in. Maybe I'll try that as well. I'll see how that goes. Depends how late I am out down at the Dancing Man. That might affect my morning performance. But yes, there's looking not too bad here, but yes, look over in the Isle of Wight, the rain has arrived again. Whereas we've got glorious setting sun over here in the Port of Southampton. Well, have you enjoyed that one, shipmate? I shall continue following the Mein Schiff 3, which is now over on cruise cam. You can definitely see that darkness in the distance, can't you? And the white smoke from Mein Schiff 3. Some lovely pictures here. I think if I could take a picture of it, almost turn it into a sort of modern day oil painting. It does amaze me sometimes, the quality of the images we get. Really stunning. And in the space of 10-20 minutes they completely change. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one, shipmates. So I shall continue following Mein Schiff 3 as she heads down to Southampton Water and off to Liverpool. Back again tomorrow, 4:45, 4:45 for the 2 departures tomorrow, which are the Avia and the Queen Anne. Many thanks to everyone who's subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. It helps the channel out massively. And give it and hit that like button as well. Apparently that does things, so I'm told. Of course, many thanks to my PayPal donors, Patreons, members of the channel, and most of all, the Blue Spanner crew, who are not only helping out in this live stream, but all the other live streams all the time. I couldn't do it without them. They're normally listening and pay better attention than I do. Nice little Red Funnel Ferry and Mine Sheaf 3 action here outside of Netley Cliff Sailing Club. They've got their boats out now. Sailing season has started. All right, shipmates, I shall call that an evening, and I shall carry on following Mine Sheaf 3. Well, until next time.